the fire itself was moving screen left from our Pueblo Skycam. The fire was moving east. The smoke was drifting northeast. Now this smoke is moving screen right. So it shows a switch in direction of at least the smoke. I cannot confirm what's happening at the ground, but that smoke has been transported up into Colorado Springs. We're definitely smelling it. The Colorado Springs Fire Department says please don't call 911. The smoke is coming in from the Aspen Acres fire. So this is the shower activity I was talking about. It's not providing a ton of moisture for us. It's just providing a very erratic wind gusts. The sensor at San Isabel has still southwest winds, but that's not the case everywhere. Recently, Pueblo was gusting to 40. Now things have calmed down. We're gusting to 29 in Beulah, and that wind is carrying that smoke due north. I'll talk about extended fire weather watches and fire weather warnings through this week. We're checking on current conditions at the sensor in San Isabel. At 61 degrees, humidity has risen. That's certainly a good thing, but unfortunately, the wind has been very erratic today. The prevailing wind direction is out of the southwest, but the winds have been coming out of the southeast, the south, and it's just been all over the place because we've had some spotty showers and storms in the region, which are just adding, unfortunately, to the wildfire danger. And I'll talk about that in detail in a moment. But let's get ourselves settled in with our red flag warnings today. They're in place until 10 o'clock. They went into effect at 10 a.m. and we'll have another couple rounds of these red flag warnings before the week is done. So I want to take you to our Canyon City Skycam. In the foreground, this is all smoke. You can kind of see how it's a different texture, but then in the background, you can see these puffy cumulus clouds, and those cumulus clouds are from thunderstorm development. So actually in this light green zone today, we've had what we call dry thunderstorms, where they have lightning and highly erratic wind underneath them. But unfortunately, they provide minimal precipitation because a lot of that precipitation is evaporating due to dry air at the surface. On the eastern edge of Colorado, though, these are going to be actual thunderstorms. We've already seen them come to fruition kind of between Lamar and Springfield today, but that line of storms has now moved into Kansas. What we really have now left over are these really spotty, dry thunderstorms across the region. Some of them have moved through Pueblo County, creating erratic wind at the Aspen Acres fires this afternoon. It's probably why you're smelling smoke here in El Paso County now, as those winds just blew in the smoke up north. So a few of these spotty showers still possible across the region here through the evening. After sunset, those will die down pretty immediately. Our temperatures tonight will drop to the 40s, 50s, and 60s. 80s and 90s. I want to show you the smoke plume now that you can physically see from Bill's live shot. You can also see it on radar. So yesterday, the fire was moving east. The smoke plume was drifting to the northeast. And we've had some very dry thunderstorms in the region today, and that has created very erratic wind. And that has shifted the smoke plume, which is now coming due north. And that's why we've seen the smoke come into Colorado Springs. So I want to check on the current conditions at the fire. There's a sensor in San Isabel that we've been pulling the data from. Current update, 70 degrees, 25% humidity. Southwest winds gusting up to 38 miles per hour right now. So the southwest wind is the prevailing wind direction. But as I mentioned, the winds have been highly erratic today because we've had spotty showers across the region. That really does not help fire crews because it makes it hard for them to really plan where the fires are going to be moving next. I'll continue to monitor red flag conditions for today and for the next couple of days, coming up in full detail in the full forecast in a few minutes.
Alex, thank you. We're getting new info
where we've been monitoring the Aspen Acres wildfire. A lot of our activity today has kind of been in the vicinity of this tree in the foreground, and a lot of the fire activity has been there. But recently, this smoke plume has really started to billow up a little bit further. So our camera is in the middle of town here, looking towards the Aspen Acres fire. This is the latest perimeter map as of a couple hours ago. So this doesn't showcase exactly where the fire is now, but it shows where it has been. Recently at the San Isabel weather sensor, 69 degrees, humidity at 24%. South-southwest winds gusting to 28 miles per hour. Smoke plume is drifting due north this afternoon, and we have red flag warnings in place until 10 o'clock tonight. we're not done with the red flag warnings this week. A couple more rounds are in place as we progress further in time. Something I want to also talk about today is there's an added layer to the forecast. It's not just hot, dry, and windy. We've also had some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region. So here you can see the smoke from our Canyon City sky camera, but right behind it, you can also see the cumulus clouds and the showers and storms that have formed today. That's not good news for fire crews because we're so dry at the surface. These are dry thunderstorms, meaning they bring minimal precipitation, but they bring lightning and erratic wind. It's really just the eastern plains that have actual rain with these thunderstorms. And those storms have moved out into Kansas now. So we are just dealing with mostly the dry thunderstorm activity. Lightning could spark new wildfires today with not a ton of rainfall to immediately put them out. And then under those showers, we have very erratic wind gusts. So still a few spotty showers here through the rest of the afternoon. After sunset, those will die down very quickly, and then we'll be dry overnight. Overnight temperatures 40s, 50s, 60s, and then tomorrow afternoon, another hot day, another dry day, another gusty day, highs to the 80s and 90s, and then we'll have more rounds of red flag warnings for Wednesday, another round of fire weather watches for Thursday, and then Friday remains on the breezy side. Cools. That cold air is more dense than the air around it, and then it falls faster and it accelerates these gusty winds coming out of these showers. So it looks like another round of shower activity is headed towards the fire. That will create more erratic wind for fire crews, might shift the wind direction around a bit, making it more unpredictable. And the San Isabel weather sensor most recently reporting south-southwest winds coming out of the south-southwest, gusting to 28 miles per hour. Right now, some of our strongest wind gusts in the region up to 29 miles per hour in Pueblo. Still got the red flag warnings for today until 10 p.m. We're going to have almost the same exact zones under the same exact time frame for a red flag warning tomorrow.
Thank you. It is prime
mind this week. We have red flag warnings in place. They started at 10 a.m. They'll be in effect through 10 p.m. tonight, and these will not be our last red flag warnings of the week. I'll show you how they'll progress in the next couple of days in just a moment. I do want to keep you updated on the Aspen Acres fire conditions. So southwest of Pueblo, burning in Custer and Pueblo counties is this very large fire. It started yesterday, has now burned over 28,000 acres. Still no containment. There's been a lot of very hard work done by fire crews today, but the weather conditions are not helping for this afternoon. Pretty low humidity. It has gone up a bit this afternoon because there have been some showers in the area. San Isabel, where our sensor is, are gusting to 28 miles per hour. That's driving the smoke northward this afternoon. And this view from Canyon City is pretty incredible. In the foreground here, you can very clearly see the smoke billowing up from this fire. But then in the background and even above the fire, we've got cumulus clouds. We've got showers and thunderstorms. Now, that might sound like a good thing initially, and certainly the higher humidity will help. But unfortunately, this is overall not a good thing for fire crews. In this light green zone today, we have what we call dry thunderstorms, where we have the rain falling through a very dry layer of air before it makes it to the ground. So there's a lot of evaporation happening. That air cools, it gets denser than the air surrounding it, and it falls faster, leading to very erratic wind underneath those showers. And then of course the risk of lightning associated with that, potentially starting new fires. So it does look like there is a shower headed through the fire area right now, putting off some lightning at least. And even if some spots of the fire do get a little bit of precipitation, all this is going to do is still create very erratic wind for fire crews to have to adapt to and deal with in an unpredictable nature. For the rest of the afternoon, we'll have these very spotty showers. After about sunset, those will dissipate pretty quickly. And then overnight, we'll fall to the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then tomorrow, we'll do it again. We'll have 80s and 90s. We'll have another hot, dry day, another day with red flag warnings. These will be in place Wednesday, same timing, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then on Thursday, we have fire weather thunderstorms, providing wind gusts of 61 miles per hour in Colorado Springs, actually 62 in Colorado Springs, up to 61 miles per hour in Pueblo. Strong wind gusts blowing out of those storms allowed for the fire to really increase in activity later this afternoon. 91 was our high in Pueblo today. We did pick up a little bit of moisture at the Colorado Springs airport. 86 was our high today, and we had the red flag warnings in place all afternoon. So you can still see the glow of the flames tonight from Canyon City looking south at the Aspen Acres fire. 70 degrees right now, winds 0 miles per hour. Winds have definitely eased up here for I-25 and the mountains. Still a little gusty in the eastern plains. Our humidity is starting to recover. We're now getting up to the 30% range, and we will continue to see humidity recover overnight, but then it drops back down tomorrow, less than 15%, more red flag warnings in effect. You can still definitely see the glow of the Aspen Acres fire still burning tonight. It's been emitting smoke all day. You can see the smoke plume drifting off of this fire still tonight. So there's still air quality alerts in place here locally from the Aspen Acres fire, but it's not the only fire burning in Colorado. A good portion of the state has air quality alerts until at least tomorrow morning, but I'm expecting those to be extended as we will continue to see fire activity tomorrow. So it's important to keep in mind that at night, especially, this smoke can settle down and kind of meander through the valleys and the lower elevations. And then as fire activity picks back up tomorrow, the prevailing wind will kind of carry that smoke in either a north or northeast direction through the afternoon, and then probably settle down again Wednesday night. So keep your windows closed in this time frame for the next couple of days as we still have fire activity. Indoor workouts will help your lungs out a bit. Quick walk with the dog would be better, especially if you're young, if you're old, if you have respiratory illness, and if you're under that air quality alert. It's better to just be inside for most of the day. Temperatures tonight will drop to the 40s, 50s, and 60s. We'll have another very hot day tomorrow. 80s and 90s for us, about 5 degrees above average. And once again, we'll have some gusty wind. Winds will be coming out of the southwest, gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour. Humidity will eventually drop below 15% in the afternoon. And so red flag warnings are in place for the spots that I expect those conditions. Kind of like today, a few spotty showers will be possible. Looks like they're going to favor areas east of I-25, and they'll favor the southeastern plains where we could actually get some rain and some gusty wind and maybe some small hailstones. But once again, if these showers form near the fire, they'll just create erratic wind and likely just fan the flames. Those showers should dissipate shortly after sunset. Thursday, we'll do it again. Hot, sunny, dry, 80s, 90s, some triple digits, more fire concerns with fire weather watches for Thursday. And I think the National Weather Service is considering Friday for potential fire weather watch.